say, who is Doctor Who? Where is he from? What does he do? They wonder who is Doctor Who? So I ask you, who's Doctor Who?
Happy New Year, and welcome back to the Doctor Who Collectors Podcast. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season, and I hope you got all of your Doctor Who wishes come true. I am Larry Van Mersbergen, your host, and I have been a Doctor Who collector since 1981. And as you've heard in other episodes, in 1985 I became one of the first dealers of Doctor Who in the Chicago area, and the store was called Bundles from Britain. And it only served local fan clubs. It didn't have a storefront at first. It went from door to door, basically. But after a very successful meeting at a very large fan club, I picked up a partner. And not only did Bundles from Britain continue for many years, he quietly let that business go and opened up a new one that encompassed not just the world of Doctor Who, but other areas including Harry Potter, DC, Marvel, and other collectibles, and it's called Alien Entertainment. And if you're in Lombard, Illinois, or west of Chicago, you have to visit the 3-storefront store of Alien Entertainment. Lots of Doctor Who, probably the largest Doctor Who store in the Midwest, as well as many other things. Gene Smith is the owner and proprietor, and he's also the head of Chicago TARDIS. We had a great Chicago TARDIS. In 2019, we did our first live episode, which went over very well. Lots of great feedback from that. We had wonderful guests, including David J. Howe and Samantha Stone, and of course our good friend Tony Witt. I also discovered a few years ago that Bundles from Britain was a very important part of history. Becoming a Doctor Who dealer, I guess that early in the day, was groundbreaking. And there was an incredible book published called Red, White, and Who, The History of Doctor Who in America by ATB Publishing. You can find that book on Amazon. On page 384, it lists Bundles from Britain as a dealer in Chicago. I was very proud to be part of history. And if you're thinking about Chicago TARDIS 2020, the discounted tickets are going on sale and are probably ending very soon. ChicagoTARDIS.com. The dates are November 27 through the 29th in 2020 at the Westin Hotel in Lombard. As of right now, no guests have been announced. Our theme song is Who's Doctor Who, performed by Fraser Hines, written by Barry Mason and Les Reed. And we love using that. Fraser did sign my copy of that single. He had not seen the picture sleeve before. And I told him it was the German release, and he didn't even know it was released in Germany. That was very interesting. So he was very happy, and I have a very good picture of him and myself with my Patrick Troughton mold model looking over us both. It was very fun. Let's start the new year off right by becoming a friend of the podcast. You can start with a $5 a month per subscription, not prescription. That's a different reason. Sorry. You can go to and find us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/Doctor Who Collectors Podcast. A second way you can support us is by going to Podbean. You can go to drwhocollectors.podbean.com and click on Become a Patron, and you can support us there. Or the most fun way to support our podcast is our website, drwhocollectors.com. If you click on merchandise links, I have many links directly to Amazon listings of Doctor Who items, new, used, old. And if you click through our website and buy the item, a small portion of the sale goes to the podcast. Your price doesn't increase. It's the same price if you go to Amazon or you go through us. But if you go through us, Amazon pays us a little bit back. We are also a very proud member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance, and you can check out some more great Doctor Who podcasts at drwhopodcastalliance.org. our main story tonight, it's time for the December Roundup. And this is where we basically include a little bit of a history here of what was released during the month of December. I can't possibly go through everything because so many things were released. In fact, it's only the second week in January. We're recording this podcast on January 9th, and already there have been 50 things released. Some of it for pre-order, which I'll tell you about, and some items are available only in the UK. Some of them have no shipping to the United States. I apologize for that. Anyway, we'll start here with the Doctor Who figurine collection Time Lords Set 1. It was announced on December 2nd. Hero Collector, designers, manufacturers, and publishers of high-quality collectibles from across the world of pop culture is proud to announce a new series of Doctor Who figurine sets. Based on the Doctor's encounters with other members of the Gallifreyan race, the Doctor Who Time Lords sets will give fans an opportunity to collect some of the most memorable masters of space-time continuum. Each of the 5 sets will contain 2 Time Lords faithfully recreated as hand-painted polyresin figurines at 1 to 21 scale, approximately 3.5 inches tall, complete with an in-depth companion magazine highlighting the history, costumes, and stories behind the characters. The first Doctor Who Time Lord set reunites 2 old friends. The Curator, who is Tom Baker from the 50th anniversary special, and the second incarnation of Romana as portrayed by Lalla Ward. And so the Curator and Romana box set is going to be solicited in January Diamond Previews catalog, I guess, and will be available direct from herocollector.com starting in March of 2020. So that is going on there. There is no price as of this recording, and I will announce that when I get more information. This was also available sooner than this, but it came out again in December 2nd, the Doctor Who set of 6 sonic screwdriver collection. 6 of the most iconic sonic screwdrivers, including replicas of the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7/8, 10th, and 11th Doctor sonic screwdrivers. Features a variety of sound and light effects, perfect for all Doctor Who's fans and collectors. It is available from amazon.co.uk at £48.75. Not available on the US Amazon site at this time, but if you buy from the UK site, they will ship to the United States for a slightly higher shipping fee. Looks like some audiobooks are due to come out, including Doctor Who Bessie Come Home, Beyond the Doctor Who CD, Doctor Who Enlightenment from the 5th Doctor novelization from BBC Audio, and just announced Doctor Who The Hand of Fear, read by Pamela Salem, due out in June of 2020, and that one is going to sell for £20. The others are available for pre-order, due out in October. Bessie Come Home is £10.99 and Enlightenment is £17.80 from amazon.co.uk. Those books will eventually be on the amazon.com website if you want to wait or if you want to get them early. There's no information about who is narrating Enlightenment or Bessie Come Home as of yet. They were just announced. And coming out in, looks like in Blu-ray, DVD here, the Doctor Who Sylvester McCoy Season 26, if you're in the United States, or Season 3 in the UK. They did the Doctors by season, Sylvester 1, 2, and 3, etc. Available for pre-order at amazon.com and amazon.co.uk. Sylvester McCoy's complete 3rd season, epic adventures, including the futuristic interdimensional nights, a Victorian house haunted by ghost, the Cheetah People, and a 1940s army camp under siege from monstrous vampires, Curse of Fenric, Battlefield, Survival, the final season of classic Doctor Who. Guest stars include Nicholas Courtney playing the Brigadier Anthony Ainley in one of his final appearances as the Master, Jean Marsh, who appeared as Katarina in Sarah Kingdom in the First Doctor, And Nicholas Parsons, Anne Reed, Sylvia Sims, and the comedy duo Hale and Pace. At Amazon.com, it is available for $87.50. It is not yet available in the UK for pre-order and should be ready to ship by March. Next, we have the Big Chief Studios' Fourth Doctor character replica figure. Tom Baker continues to be popular. And it says here, the press release says, we are excited to reveal the first of our definitive series of 6th scale character replica figures. The Fourth Doctor, available for pre-order from next Friday, December 13th. The release represents the definitive version of the Time Lord and features all new sculpted portraits and a multi-layered, beautifully tailored costume. Full details will be announced soon, but can confirm that the figure will be available as a signature edition signed by Tom Baker, limited to 500. At this time, there's no price, and the link that I was provided takes you to the Big Chief Studios Facebook page. So I'm hoping more information will come out at that time. Next, we've got some wonderful Target paperbacks. BBC Books bought the Target imprint, and so here is what you can expect to come out in the year of 2020 here. Announced were The Crimson Horror by Mark Gatiss, Dalek by Rob Shearman. Rob is a good friend of mine, great writer. The Witchfinders by Joy Wilkinson. The TV movie from 1996 by Gary Russell, which is a reprint of the 1996 novel published by BBC. The Pirate Planet by Douglas Adams and James Goss, long awaited. Resurrection of the Daleks and Revelation of the Daleks by Eric Sayward, which the hardbacks of those are already available. All are ready to be ordered for pre-order at amazon.co.uk. Most likely will be on amazon.com once they are available for sale. And don't forget, if you do have a US Amazon account, you can use the same login at the British site or the French site, and most of the time they will ship to the United States, unless it says in the description, does not ship to the United States. Next, we've got the Doctor Who TARDIS cardigan, and it's available from emp.co.uk at €31.99. Dark blue gray, designed for women. 100% polyacrylic. There's a photo that will be posted of it at DoctorWhoCollectors.com. And also in wearable Doctor Who, the Doctor Who t-shirt, slightly psychic paper, which glows in the dark. The paper is slightly psychic. It saves a lot of time. The Doctor's handy psychic paper is celebrated on this great t-shirt. Turn off the lights and a hidden message is revealed. Exclusively available at ForbiddenPlanet.com, limited to 500, due to be released on March 31st at a price of £15.99. I'm not going to do the conversions anymore because those change on a daily basis. So you can order that at ForbiddenPlanet.com. More after the break.
Hello, fellow time travelers. I'm Tony Witt with the Doctor Who Target Book Club podcast, the podcast in which we undertake the insert adjective here task of discussing in story order all of the Doctor Who novelizations. I'm joined by
Dalton Hughes
and by
Alison Fitz-Seyfried.
and we record our episodes twice a month. You are listening to the Doctor Who Collectors Podcast. Enjoy your travels.
And welcome back. A nice message there from the Doctor Who Target Book Club podcast. I've been a guest on that podcast twice, and it's a wonderful, fun way to go through the Doctor Who Target novelizations in story order. Now, back to the Roundup. Speaking of the Third Doctor, which is what they were still finishing up on, brand new from Big Finish, and we're really big Finish fans. The Third Doctor Adventures Volume 6. Featuring two brand new adventures for the Third Doctor, Operation Hellfire and Poison of the Daleks, featuring Tim Traylor and our good friend Katie Manning. Available from BigFinish.com, the CD is $33.14, and the digital download is $19.99. The nice thing about the Big Finish website is it automatically puts it into US dollars. Also coming from Big Finish will be the discs of Masterful, which will be an 8-disc collection. It features almost all the actors who played the previous incarnations of the Master. coming in January of 2021, so we have to wait a little while for this one, marking the 50th anniversary of the Master's first appearance in Doctor Who, which was 1971, Roger Delgado. Masterful is a deluxe limited edition 8-disc audio adventure in association with Big Finish and BBC Studios. Actor John Sim, in his first appearance in Big Finish, will reprise the role of the Master, as originally played on television, opposite Peter Capaldi. Masterful was written by James Goss and will also feature the actors Jeffrey Beavers, Mark Gatiss, Derek Jacobi, Alex McQueen, Milo Parker, and Eric Roberts. So that should be fun, and it looks like it will be available, like I said, $59.13 for the CD and $39.99 for digital for that 8-disc collection. Next, we've got Doctor Who at Childhood's End, signed by Sophie Aldred, who played Ace in the final seasons of classic Doctor Who. Past, present, and future collide as the 13th Doctor meets classic Doctor Who companion Ace in the first epic novel from the woman who played her, Sophie Aldred. So this should be good. Investigating the satellite that they landed on with Ryan, Graham, and Yaz, the current companions. The Doctor is thrown together with Ace once more. You can get that from Forbidden Planet at £14.99, and they will ship that to the United States. And coming up next, we've got the figurine collections 168, 169, and 170. The Damaged Cyberman, Commander Store, the Sontaran from the Invasion of Time, and Tim Shaw from the 13th Doctor. All will be available at Forbidden Planet. No pages or prices are yet up, but it was just announced. And finally, finishing up the roundup, the Top Trumps Doctor Who card game. Now, many of those have been released in the past, and you can find the David Tennant and Peter Capaldi editions on Amazon.com. And unfortunately, it was released on December 14th, only available in the United Kingdom, no shipping to the United States at this time. So watch for it on eBay and be prepared to pay more for it. Join the 13th Doctor with Ryan, Yaz, and Graham on their travels in this new Top Trumps pack. From Skaro to Gallifrey, it captures all the excitement of this character of the series, with characters like the Pting, the Thajarans making an appearance alongside other characters as Tim Shaw and Grace. It's an entertaining educational card game loved for bringing your favorite Doctor Who characters to life. You can play Top Trumps anywhere, anytime, with as many people as you like. You don't even need electricity for this game. Prepare to outsmart your opponents, discover new and exciting Doctor Who facts, and duel your way to becoming the top trump. Lists for £5.99 from Amazon.uk. I would wait for it to come out on Amazon.com because it says it will not deliver to the United States. So thank you for listening. That is the December Roundup. That is not everything that came out. I will try to have a complete list of everything that came out on our website at DoctorWhoCollectors.com. Thank you for listening to the Doctor Who Collectors Podcast. Our next episode will feature an in-depth look at the 1987 unofficial Doctor Who annual. And I had a chance to go through that, and we showed it off at the collecting panel at Chicago TARDIS. As of the end of January, you will not be able to get the unofficial 1972 annual anymore. Then you'll be forced to go to eBay for those. Anyway, you can find us on Facebook and Twitter at Doctor Who Collectors Podcast. The website is drwhocollectors.com, and you can always email us. I always love emails to read on the air at drwhocollectorspodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget, the current series of Doctor Who is currently airing on BBC America in the United States and on BBC Television in the UK, featuring Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. We will see you next time. Until then, keep collecting.
Mine, I believe. Thank you.
Where have they gone?
They've been taken back to the wilderness. The place is different. But the hunt goes on. You know all about the hunt, don't you, Ace?
I felt like I could run forever. Like I could smell the wind and feel the grass under my feet and just run forever.
The planet's gone, but it lives on inside you. It always will.
Good. And the Master?
Who knows? Where to now, Ace?
Home.
Home?
The TARDIS.
Yes, the TARDIS.
There are worlds out there where the sky's burning, where the sea's asleep and the rivers dream. People made of smoke and cities made of song. Some where there's danger, some where there's injustice, and somewhere else the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace. We've got work to do.